Then did you feel guilty writing the case, ma'am?
Me?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I thought a bit of hatred.
You know, otherwise thinking otherwise normal numbers on the left.
Das unknowns to the left, normal numbers to the right.
Vraag 1 met nou 'n kamer 1 wees vir toetse. Vraag 1
I didn't even get you that part.
Okay. Let's just see if you guys can see page 101. You boys, you right in front, no? And you're making so much noise. And I am actually recording every single word.
After this period, then I can just check my
Juffrou A1 moet na die opstellingsklas gaan. Juffrou A1 na die opstellingsklas.
Okay, so tell me if you start seeing something on the board behind me. Right, so we were doing factorization end of last term. Now, we did common factor. Do you guys remember anything about that? We had page 101. That's right. Good. So,
Juffrou 1 na die opstellingsklas, langs die VRL-klas, waar die aangebou. Juffrou 1 na die opstellingsklas vir die uitgebou asseblief.
I'm going to skip back a bit more. Okay, these were some of the examples that we did last term. So don't copy them. Yes? Yes, you may. Okay, so the first example that I just quickly want to run through, you don't have to copy, you did already. 9AB plus 18A. So we have two terms here. And then we had to look at what could a common factor be, meaning common, it must be taken out of both. Factor means it can divide into that term without having a remainder. So if you look at the numbers first, the numbers were 9 and 18. So the biggest number that could divide into both of those were 9. Okay, then the unknowns were A, B, and over here I just had A. So I could take out A. Remember, you can't take something out if it's not in every single term. Does it start to ring some bells? Okay, right. So that was an example of common factor. Now, at the end, we had something like this. 3x plus y minus ab x plus y. So, still two terms because that is term 1 and then there's a minus. So, it means we're cutting. A next term is starting. And then that was the second term. Now, what could be a common factor? Meaning what's the same for both of those? Yes? The full bracket of x plus y. So we showed that we take out x plus y over there. And then we started a new bracket, that one, to show after if I take it out, that x plus y, what would be left? So if I take this out, what's left in that first term? Just the 3. So that's where this 3 comes from. Do you guys remember this? I see some of you frowning, so okay, in term 2, that will be in the next bracket. Yes. So at term 2, if I took out that bracket, what was left? The minus AB, and that's where this minus AB came from. Okay. So that I want you to keep in the back of your head, and now we're starting with the next work. So Yeah. That was just to quickly run through what you did last term. Okay, so now we are going to do still factorizing, but now we're going to have to change the sign before we can factorize. Now, I just want to quickly show you what I mean by changing the sign. Look at that first one, minus x plus c. You are, plus 3, sorry. You are going to have examples where I want to make that a x minus 3. Now, how do I do that? Can you see that now I have a positive x instead of a negative? And yeah, I had a positive 3 and now I have a negative 3. So I am changing the signs. And what can we do to change signs? What sign makes my signs change? Not a dingus. A negative. So if I were to take out a negative 1, or just a negative?
Oh, yeah.
No? Can you see? If I take out a negative as a common factor, then that -1 is, negative x is going to become positive x. And that +3 is going to become a -3. Do you see that? Or do it the other way around. No? Meaning multiply in that negative. A negative times x will give me negative x. -1 times -3 will give me +3. Do you guys see how I can change signs? So golden rule is, if you want to change signs, take out a negative. If you want to change your signs, I'm going to show you just now again. Take out a minus or a negative. Okay, so let's do the same here. If I were to take out a negative or -1, that negative x will become positive x. That +2 will become -2. So you guys get that? No. Right. So let's apply what we did here. Yes.
You just say take out the negative, you have to say take out the minus.
No, you can say take out a negative. Let me write it there. No. Can I skip to the next slide?
When can you just do that when I didn't see what you did there?
Huh?
Did you do anything now?
I took out the negative.
Oh, okay. So, before that, do you have to like how you made like each positive and
By writing that negative in front of my bracket. Yeah?
And the only thing I see is the positive change. Yes.
Where?
And she used the negative from the negative e.
Okay, but you have to.
Instead of x.
No, because if I write that, these signs must be different. Okay, so you not like that. No. Okay, can I skip? No, you're gonna. I'm just explaining still. The next one, you'll see it's gonna count 2 marks, but I'll show you.
I didn't understand.
Okay, maybe with the next one you'll start seeing it. Okay. So just wait up until the next slide, end of the next slide, then you might, if you still don't understand, I'm going to come back to this. Can I skip? Hands up, you're still copying? Okay, you're still writing. Right. Okay, so let me show you what I actually mean. This is what I'm giving you. X bracket x minus 3 minus y and then a bracket again. So I am telling you to factorize. Now we've only learned how to factorize by taking out a common factor. Now in the end of last term, we could take out these brackets as a common factor. No, but it meant that those brackets had to look exactly the same, right? Are these two brackets exactly the same? Because here I've got a positive x and there I've got a negative x. Here I've got a -3 and there I've got a +3. So that is what I mean. I want to change these signs so that it will look like the first bracket.
If it was a plus, then it would have been the same.
Yes. Okay. So technically what's written there, I just want to quickly show you. can you see in the first bracket I have my x first? No? So what's this x? It's actually a negative x. No? You fine with that? And this 3 is a positive 3. Okay. So I didn't change anything yet. I just wrote those two so that it's in the same format as my first bracket. You guys get that? Now you can easily see it's a positive x and that's a negative x. Okay, so the signs aren't right. A negative 3 and yeah, I've got a positive 3. So what I want to do is I want to make those signs so that this will be positive x and negative 3. Now what do we do? What did we do in the previous slide? We take out a minus, but over here, that was already a minus. So if I were to take out a minus as well, then those two minuses will make a plus. And the rest is going to stay the same. Do you guys get it up until there? Huh? Yeah. Okay, let me go through again. Were you fine up until there? No, okay. These two around. Okay, that minus became a plus because it was over here, it was minus y, no? Okay, and then it was minus x plus 3. But to change that to a positive x and a negative 3, I had to take out a minus. And then there's the minus y. So these two together made that positive.
Would you have taken a minus out of anywhere, or just did it have to be from a line?
No, if I take out a minus, it's got to go right in front of that bracket.
So if they say changing signs and then take out the minus, there's always going to be a minus in front? Or is it
You take out a minus, yeah, but in this case, because there was a minus already, it becomes minus and a minus, so therefore the plus. So if that was a plus, then the sign will change to a negative. Okay, so you do actually start getting it. Yeah.
So your goal was to make the brackets the same?
Yes. Because now, when I get here, can you see these two brackets are exactly the same? So now I can say, okay, take the bracket out, x minus 3. Now, if I take the bracket out in term 1, what's left? X. If I take the bracket out in term 2, what's left? Y.
Wait, what?
Ma'am, so
Okay, wait, what? Let's go back.
how did that minus 3 just disappear? Oh, but they're the same thing, so
Yes. Okay, hold on. So how many terms do we have here? There's term 1, and then there's a plus. No? So, it means we're cutting. So, wait. Sorry. So, there's term 2. So, I've got 2 terms. What is the same for both those terms? These brackets. No. So, I take the bracket out as a common factor. So, we write down our common factor.
With the factor on the front.
Yeah. And now I write a bracket to show this bracket. To show, okay, whatever was left, we'll write over here. So in term 1, if I took out that bracket, what was left? The x. So that's where this x comes from. In term 2, if I took out this bracket, what was left? The y. The plus y, no? So that's where this plus y comes from.
yeah, ma'am, is there another one?
Okay, so it's starting to get there, no?
Yes, ma'am, it's good.
Maybe you must do that standing thing now.
Okay. Yeah, we got another slide. So I first want to do 2 examples, and then if you think you've got it, I've got 2 for standing up
I
game.
swear, I don't know why it prints it like at the front on the start.
See? Okay, now, remember? So let's write steps. Maybe that's going to make it easier. So let's say change signs. Step 1, change signs. And then step 2, factorize. Hey, okay. So I want to change signs because look at this bracket. X plus 6. What have I got here? minus x minus 6. So I want to change the signs in that bracket.
So I'm gonna make them the
No.
same.
Once you switch the minus negative with the minus x minus and the minus
Then
negative.
you take the negative out.
No,
Huh?
no. You've got to take a negative out.
You take the
But-
negative out.
Yes. Yeah?
And then you take the negative from the 3.
I'm going to take a negative out there. No? And then that negative is going to go in front here. And then it's a minus and a minus. So it's becoming a plus. Okay, so have a look. That stays the same. Then, over here, I want to take out a negative. No. So technically, I'm doing this. Negative and then positive x, positive 6. Do you guys get it?
Or you just move the negative to outside.
But that negative and this negative is going to make a positive.
The negative.
You just put it outside of the bracket.
Yes.
2 negatives, there's a negative thing.
That's why it turned into a positive.
There's 3
That negative and this negative is going to make.
negative with the negative 6 man.
Now, because I took out that negative, it became a positive x, and that became a positive 6.
So then you take the whole negative out of the negative, 2 negatives.
No. A negative throughout. Yeah. This minus and that minus. This one. Remember? Over here, look at the orange. I'm taking out a negative from that whole bracket. It's not you taking out one minus. I'm taking out minus throughout the full bracket. Because whatever's written in front of a bracket means that it was taken out of every single thing in that bracket. Do you now get it?
This is easy now. I didn't understand it. But it's quite easy.
Yeah, but you will get it along the way. So,
The next
right, so now do you see that these two brackets look the same? Okay, so I take out a common factor of x plus 6. Now, in term 1, what was left there when I took out the bracket? The 4. In term 2, what was left? But plus 3x. Do you guys get it?
Okay, yes, ma'am. Now I do get it.
Okay. Do you want to try on your own? Okay.
outstanding game. Can we do the game?
Yes, we can do the game. But we've got to be nice and quiet, no? Yes. Okay. Who's still copying? Let me see. All right. It's fine, it's fine.
He's making jokes that aren't funny.
He said, man, the standing game make the wheelchair people feel bad.
You see, man?
Wat sal jy uit?
James, that's just rude.
The swinging the chairs.
Okay. Hands up who's still copying. Okay. Tell me when you're done. Okay. Hey.
You do a wheelchair test.
They do have.
Controls, man. James, you're better.
I'm just waiting for her.
What if there was this one guy who was in the wheelchair but another guy?
Ja, kom. Julle twee. Are you done? You done? Right at the back, are you done? Okay, right, people. Okay, so there's your first one. Try. Now you've got to be quiet. Try.
What? Oh yeah. Shut up, James.
Don't burst the bubble.
He's right.
We only change the sign if it's not exactly the same, ne? I threw a spanner in the works here. Yeah, is reg? So you're recognizing it, so go on. What you're thinking is not necessarily wrong. You are right. Yes.
This is the tricky one.
Remember, we only change the sign if the two brackets are not the same.
Then we're gonna do this then.
Right. Is someone still busy?
This is our
Okay.
Nah, no, don't change. You gotta say that. But yours is by one.
What the music is around?
You here for wrong.
Right. So, you don't have to write the step. I'm just showing. This is M plus 5N. So, can you see they write the M's first and then the N's? Okay. So, let's do the same here. So, positive M and positive 5N.
The minus goes to the end at the front.
No, wait. I am just writing what was here in the bracket. That was a positive M, so I'm writing my M first. This is actually a positive 5N, so I keep positive 5N. Now, is it necessary for me to change the sign?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Look, M plus 5N. M plus 5N. So it's exactly the same. I tricked you guys. So it is the same. So you can take out M plus 5N as a common factor. Julle het nie gestaan nie. Okay, stand up if you're still right so far.
Yes, ma'am. What? No, you're not. You got M minus M. That is still wrong. No, it's M plus 5 in it.
Okay, hold on. If I took that out as a common factor, what is left? M minus 1. Who's still standing? 1, 2, 3 people. Good. 5 people. Good. Okay. No. Inside that bracket. People, listen, because this might have been you as well. Joshua. Shh. You two in front.
But where did the one come from?
Have a look.
The one is the placeholder.
Kyk gou-gou. Have a look. Don't look at that negative yet. All I'm doing is I'm shuffling what is already in the bracket so that I have my M's first and my N's next. It's exactly like what we did over here. Minus x, positive 3, positive 3. So I'm just rearranging so that I can see, are the two brackets maybe different? Because they trick you and swap them around. And then it looks like they might be the same, ne? So all I want to do is get the same order in both brackets. And then when I did that, you'll see positive M, positive 5N, positive 5N. So it wasn't necessary to change any sign. Okay. Yes, we're definitely doing one more. Right. So now at this one, we do have to change. Sorry, I did trick you guys in the previous one. But now this is a normal one. You're definitely going to have to change your signs.
Excuse me?
Is this you? Yeah. Okay, so you don't understand where I get that minus 1 from. Okay, let me just say that out loud. People, can I quickly explain? One of you also now said, where does that minus 1 come from? Can you see there's just a minus here and nothing written there? But there's actually a placeholder, a 1 over there. So that's why it's M minus 1. You can't just have nothing there. All right. Are we good?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Wait, you say 3A.
No, you said if the two brackets are the same, then have to change it.
Yeah. But in this case, it's not the same. So you are going to have to change.
Both of the
Remember, that is, if I put the A first, it's minus A, and the 4 is a positive 4. So can you see it doesn't look the same? Okay, so we're definitely going to have to change.
I don't want this on then. They keep them for
Just check that one.
This guy is lying.
Hou op van sê, jok, hy kan mos reg wees.
No, man, he literally didn't. Never mind.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to write this step.
I'm completely lost.
No, no. But from here on, I want to change the signs.
Your ears is worse.
So I want to make that a positive and this one a negative. So how do I do it? I've got to change.
That yes, you need to change the
Ah, shh, 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 shh.
Oh, thank you, Liquid.
I skipped that step, man, and just automatically changed it. That's fine.
Jy kan, yeah.
Okay, I didn't skip
It's just for now that I'm writing it. But you don't have to write it every time. Okay, who's still busy? Hands up. Okay, quick, quick.
If I got this right, it's a miracle.
Okay, so let's see. Can you see that the two brackets are not the same? So I want to change the signs. So this first one is going to stay the same. And now, because I'm going to change the signs in that bracket, what happens to this minus? It becomes a positive. And then it means the negative A becomes a positive A, and the positive 4 becomes a negative 4. Good. Stand up. Ooh. I forgot again. Okay, so who's still correct up until there? Next one, you must please remind me to let you stand up.
I didn't even.
Okay.
I just went
Schat. You what?
I went straight to the one.
Okay, so, but are you still in the run?
No, I went straight to the one.
But are you still in the run for maybe having it correct?
Okay, you said you didn't.
If it's correct, you can stand up. Okay, now we can take out a common factor of A minus 4. Then a bracket to show, okay, what's left after I took out that common factor? Put your phone away. 3A plus 6. Who got it right? All of you. You got it right from the start.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well done.
Remember,
It's fine. As long as you got the right answer. Great. Okay. You guys can sit down. Can we do 2 more? Okay. Right. Example 5. X A minus B plus Y B minus A.
plus 1. B minus.
Can you? Oh, yes. Do you want me to keep it there? Okay. Okay.
No, this was too easy. What? I don't know how you guys just said this is easy my brain. What's wrong with it?
Shh. Okay. Everyone finished with example 5? Okay, quick. If you are finished, go on with number 6 while you wait for us. bell's gonna ring now.
Okay, man, can I-
Okay, stand up if you think you got example 5 right.
Wait, no, I'm just
Let's see.
I'm just gonna jump the conclusions, man.
Vinnig. But she's copying yours. Okay. Right, everyone standing that's want to compete? Right, so let's see. I want to change the signs here because there I've got a positive A and here I've got negative A. So I am going to make that negative Y, and then this becomes positive A, negative B. Who's right up until there? Sit down if you made a mistake. Right. So we take out, now we take out a common factor of A minus B, which means I will have left X minus Y. Who got it?
Me, man, and I jumped to it.
Again, 2, 4, 5, 6. Not you.
I didn't want to.
6 people. Okay, so it's more. Sit down. Thank you.
So when you turn the negative A into a positive A with a Y, if your A is negative, you put it as B now.
No. That was a negative A. No? So because I take out this negative,
Yes. So it becomes a positive.
it becomes a positive A.
Then the B is positive.
And then the B was positive. Oopsie.
And I'm changing it around into a negative.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
You got it, no?
I jumped to it, ma'am. But I'm with it.
Okay, people, try example 6. Shh. Quiet, come on. Try example 6. Let's see if we can get more than 6 people now. Have a look on the board. You've got example 5 there. So if you're unsure, just check. Just sit until they're done.
Just jump to the answer.
Remember, it's the same as
I remember I also jump to the answer.
m's first, so minus 3m,
I'm jumping straight to the answer.
positive 2.
Gain up now.
Yeah, but it's dangerous. It's living on the
We're gonna
edge.
trick us, man.
Because I can try and score some extra marks. Okay, hold on. Nee, wag. Kyk gou. So, I want these 2 brackets to look exactly the same. So I'm going to take out a negative. So that positive is going to become a negative. What's the color there? Okay. Which means that this becomes positive 3m and that becomes minus 2. So we take out grade 9. Don't pack away. You still got homework to write down. So m minus n. Right. Did you get it right? Good. Well done. I'll skip back just now. There's your homework. Listen. It says exercise 5, second column. Have a look. Look up. There's column 1, column 2, column 3. So you only do this middle part. So B, E, H, K, N, Q, T. All right? Have you got it?
Just watch how everybody forgets how to do it.
If you forget, go back to your examples that you wrote down. Right, you guys may leave.